Ever wonder what it would be like to own a cursed object? Spoiler alert, it's probably not as fun as you'd think. Throughout mythology, some seemingly innocent objects are packed with deadly consequences. We're diving into the top 5 cursed items that have ruined lives, sparked wars, and unleashed chaos across ancient tales. Rings in mythology are rarely just about bling. Take Anvari's ring, for example. This is not your average accessory. It's literally dripping in curses. According to Norse legend, Anvari was a dwarf who could turn into a fish. I mean, we all need a hobby, right? But it's when Loki, yes, the god of mischief, catches him that things go downhill. Loki demands Anvari's treasure, and part of it includes this powerful ring. The catch? Anvari curses the ring, ensuring that whoever owns it will experience endless misery. Nice move, Anvari. This cursed ring later leads to betrayal, death, and a whole lot of drama among the gods and mortals. It even makes an appearance in Wagner's opera, The Ring Cycle. If a piece of jewelry can inspire an opera filled with tragedy and destruction, it's safe to say you should avoid putting this thing on your finger. Pandora's box. The ultimate what's the worst that could happen scenario. You've probably heard the phrase, don't open Pandora's box. But let's take a closer look at why opening it was such a bad idea. According to Greek mythology, Pandora was the first woman created by the gods as part of a revenge scheme against humanity. Thanks, Zeus. As a gift, she was given a box, or a jar depending on the translation, and told never to open it. But being curious, she did exactly what you'd expect. She opened it, and out came all the evils of the world. Sickness, death, despair, bad hair days, you name it. The only thing left inside the box was hope. But that doesn't exactly make up for the fact that Pandora basically unleashed every bad thing known to mankind. Moral of the story, when the gods say, don't open this, maybe listen to them. You don't have to dig into ancient texts to find cursed objects. Some are still around today. The Hope Diamond, for instance, is one of the most famous cursed jewels in modern history. This massive blue diamond has passed through royal hands, thieves, and collectors for centuries. But it's the trail of bad luck that has really cemented its reputation. Owners of the Hope Diamond have allegedly faced financial ruin, betrayal, madness, and untimely deaths. King Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette were known to have had it. Look how that turned out. The diamond is now safely on display in the Smithsonian, but would you really want to test your luck by owning it? Probably not. At least it looks good behind glass where it can't wreck anyone else's life. Now let's hop back to ancient Greece for another cursed ring story, because clearly rings are bad news in mythology. Polycrates was a king who had it all: wealth, power, good fortune, you name it. But his prosperity made people suspicious, and a wise man warned him that the gods didn't like it when things were too perfect. So to keep his luck in check, Polycrates decided to throw his most prized possession, a beautiful ring, into the sea as an offering. Here's the kicker. A few days later, a fisherman caught a fish and presented it to the king. When the fish was cut open, guess what they found inside? Yep, the ring. This was the moment Polycrates knew he was doomed. Sure enough, his luck quickly ran out, and he was betrayed and executed. Moral of the story, if you throw something valuable into the sea, maybe don't eat the fish that comes back. Now for something a little more obscure, but no less cursed. Peg Sayers was an Irish storyteller who spoke of a cursed stone that brought bad luck to anyone who kept it. According to legend, the stone was small, unassuming, and yet incredibly dangerous. People who possessed the stone suffered accidents, illnesses, and even death. It was said that to escape the curse, you had to give the stone away, fast. What makes this one extra creepy? It wasn't tied to gods or ancient heroes, but to everyday people, making it feel much closer to home. Imagine finding a seemingly harmless rock, only to have it ruin your life. Maybe next time you're at the beach, leave those pretty stones right where you found them. So what have we learned? Cursed objects in mythology are everywhere, and they're not to be trifled with. Whether it's a ring that brings doom, a box that unleashes misery, or even a fancy diamond that ruins lives, these objects show that power and curiosity come with some pretty heavy consequences. If you enjoyed this wild ride through mythological curses, Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Mythstorian channel for more legendary stories.